Hello, everyone. I'm Naoki Takezoe, and
I'm Takako Shimamoto.
we came from Japan, and we've worked with Scala in the last 8 years. Today, we talk about our this 8 years journey, and us. Our 8 years journey with Scala and the status of Scala in Japan and its community in Japan as well. This is our first presentation in foreign countries, so we are very nervous today. And today we had only 20 minutes, so if you have any question, please catch us.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's Takako holding in her hand? The thing with number 5 on it. What is that?
I made a miss. Sorry, I made a miss.
This is our office, our company's office, and that is an object in our office.
Okay.
No specific meaning. Sorry, okay, all right, let's start. Our journey was started 8 years ago. We were developing in various web applications in Java, and we were making effort to improve our development efficiency as much as possible. For instance, we left Java EE and adapted more lightweight solution like Spring, and also we incorporated test automation and continuous integration to make the fast development cycle. But despite of this effort, we were feeling that we can't increase our productivity anymore in Java. So we needed an innovative solution to break this limit. We have a strong interest in Scala because Scala brings both concise code like lightweight language and type safety like Java. Both are advantages of both of them. Also Scala offers a good integration with Java. It means we can reuse existing Java resources and knowledge which are accumulated for a long time in our development. So it was very attractive to us. So we thought Scala might be a solution for us, and we decided to give it a try. The first, to judge whether we can use Scala as an alternative to Java, we started to use Scala by creating some internal use web application like a testing tool and so on. The result of this trial showed it's possible to reduce amount of code base by up to 50% in the earlier case. And we found that Scala also helps to reduce bugs because we can write code safer by Scala's immutable programming style and stronger type safety than Java. It was a really good result for us. So we thought we must use Scala. Okay. But we face some issues. The biggest one was rare Scala programmers. In fact, experienced Scala programmers were very rare in Japan at that time. So we had to train our team to be able to write Scala code. And so for that, we had to consider how to train our team. Yes, we had a book, this book, Programming Scala. This is a really good book to learn Scala. But we needed more stuffs like them, covering major frameworks to develop web application in Scala. And we thought it would be nice if we could get the answer when we wonder what kind of code is necessary to complete our tasks. So we thought the cookbook style book was suitable to make it. As a solution, we write a book, this book, in Japanese. Yeah, we wrote this book, covering which is consists 300 topics, covering a basis of Scala, SVT, and major frameworks in Scala like Play and Akka. And this book also covered Scala test and Specs2 as testing libraries. So this book really helped us. Okay, so after over 1 year research and preparation, we finally started a real project with Scala. So main purpose of that project it was converting an existing legacy Java application, web application, to Scala. And the scale of the original Java project was like this. As you can see, it was a not so large application. And our plan was convert this application to Scala within 6 months with 5 members. Technology stack was like this. At that time, Scala version was 2.9 and Play 2.0 was just released, and Slick didn't exist yet. So we chose Scala Query. Play had unknown as a default database access libraries, but unknown requires us to write all queries as plain SQL. And on the other hand, Scala Query had a type-safe query builder. So Scala Query was a reasonable choice to take advantage of Scala. We thought that. So project was started, but we got some stumbling. One example was we had to make a source code generator for Scala Query, which generates case classes and table definitions from a database schema. Today, Slick has a code generator like this, so we don't need to make it anymore. Also, we had to make or extend some Scala libraries to fill lack of features. But now, many Scala libraries are mature enough, so we can use them out of the box. So Scala World now Scala World mature enough. Sorry, and some other stumbling, but today skip these topics. I believe Scala compilation speed will be resolved by Hydra or other challenges. We encountered little trouble, but we got these benefits from Scala. Code size were reduced by about 50%, in fact. And we could use existing Java code and libraries. So it lived up to our expectations. Yes, our first journey arrived at the goal anyway. At about the same times, we started dissemination activities of Scala. For instance, our company sponsored the Scala conference in Japan, which is named ScalaMatsuri today. And we started to develop a Git bucket, which is an open source Git server like GitLab. Please note it's not Bitbucket. So yeah, this is Git bucket. Okay, at that time, we couldn't use external hosting services like GitHub or Bitbucket by the security policy in the company. So initially, we made Bitbucket to host our projects. After then, we published Bitbucket as an open source software, and we've been improving this about 4 years until now. Of course, Bitbucket is written in Scala. Now, Bitbucket has 6,600 stars on GitHub and used by people all over the world. And Bitbucket has a plugin system, so users can write their own plugins in Scala. So this offers the opportunity to touch Scala for Bitbucket users who are not familiar to Scala usually. Okay, Takako-san.
The next is since 2014 to now. Since around 2014, the number of companies adopting Scala has been increased in Japan, and some of them are large-scale projects. Even in our companies, there was a big project with dozens of Scala programmers. And now, more seriously than before, we feel that it is important to prepare to be productive Scala programmers. Because with expanding the project scale, the situation that someone who don't have Scala experience joining the team has been increased. Against this issue, we made some places to learn Scala for beginners. One was a daily Scala meetup. This meetup was being held for 30 minutes every morning. And basically, it was a lecture style. Emphasis was placed on important topics such as case classes and pattern matching and Scala collections. And sometimes there were Scala programming quizzes. And another was our reading club of some major Scala books. We read Programming in Scala, Japanese edition, and Functional Programming in Scala, Japanese edition. The reading club is still continued today. Anyway, these practices were helpful for Scala beginners and also helpful to make common understanding and establish coding guideline in the team. As an unexpected effect, some people outside of the team joined in these meetups and reading clubs, even though they didn't work on the Scala project. It promoted communication and interest in Scala between developers in our company. Meanwhile, use cases in the area of big data and machine learning, such as Apache Spark, Flink, Kafka, and Apache Prediction IO catch my eye. Prediction IO is a machine learning server based on Spark. We are committers of Prediction IO. This project has graduated from the Apache incubator to become a top-level project since last week. Scala benefits a wide range of users and also is a scalable language. Scalable means not only scalability of products. It means also Scala can be programmed in various styles, serving various purposes. I believe Scala will be used in a wider range of fields in the future. In summary, Scala has grown a lot in the last 8 years. Many programmers and companies use Scala now, and some large-scale Scala conferences have been held annually for several years in Japan. ScalaMatsuri in Tokyo, Scala Kansai Summit in Osaka, and Scala Fukuoka in Fukuoka. In particular, ScalaMatsuri is an international conference attracting over 500 people every year. In 2018, conference will be on 17th, 18th March. Call for proposal is open. If you are interested in speaking at the next year, please submit your talk. Yet, in some users, they've never used it before. We want to let them know Scala is interesting. We work on dissemination activities more assertively. That would be the next journey for us. That's all. Thank you.
Time was remaining. So any question? One or two questions? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, for me the question is, there are 3 ways to code Scala. Like, either you do Java without semicolons in the end, right? Either you go crazy Haskell way Scala with just monads and all the crazy stuff, or you try to go Scala in more or less reasonable way. So, which way, like, you were transitioning from Java, so which way you chose to teach people? Because just going really functional maybe will bring more benefits in the future, but requires more effort put into development. So preparing a team to go this way will require more effort. So how did that happen?
It's a very difficult question. So question was Scala can be used some styles, beta Java or like a Haskell, a functional style, and so on. So how we prepare what we choose, what style we choose, or how prepare for that. So initially we use Scala as a beta Java, of course, but now some projects use as functional Haskell-like style. It depends team members' motivation. So we can't any special preparation for that. That's reading book clubs. So they did functional programming Scala. These members prefer the functional style. And in open source projects like Prediction.io or PatchSpark is not adapted functional style. I saw. So they are not functional programmers. Came from big data or machine learning area. So they don't have a special motivation to functional programming style. I saw. So in this area, we use this Scala as a beta Java now. Okay.
And like you wrote a book, so how deep does it go into the functional Haskell-like way of doing things?
No. This book is not touch functional side. So our team members had well experience in Java. So this book was written to learn Scala-specific topics to mainly Java programmers.
Okay. Thank you. I think it's okay. You can question them outside if you want. And thank you very much.
Thank you.